to sit back, right?
You're live.
I was sitting back.
This is when it's revealed to me that we've been live this whole time, and I assume this was all just pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Just our entire experience streaming.
Yeah. All right.
Why don't we get some rolls of initiative?
Oh boy. I got 16.
I need a
I got
pencil.
18.
Nice.
Thank
That
you.
is 15.
You're going to make me re-roll that because that's my practice?
No, that wasn't your practice. Here's the thing. You don't get practice rolls. You just get one
As the
roll.
DM, I will allow nothing. What was yours?
6.
Good initiative modifier.
15.
4? I mean, yes.
I got 16.
He's a rogue. I would hope his dex is good.
And you're named after... Yes. And how do I spell your character's name again?
Oh no.
Michael.
Huh? Quinard.
Quennar.
No, it starts with a K. Duh.
Where's my Dracula intro music?
It's gone.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Right.
somehow we'll move on. When last we left our protagonists, the party, fleeing from a local kingdom under mysterious circumstances, had been thrown from their wagon when it had come to a crash and discovered that the roads had been trapped, designed to lure the unlucky and...
Okay.
Was that a fake lid? And you're using it as a real lid?
No, well, this is getting stuck inside of it, and I was trying to take it off by her.
A GM's done. He's gone.
Completely knows what happened.
Ah!
I will forever
Right,
not
right,
know
right.
why Eric left.
Take 2.
We got thrown from our wagon and then...
discovered it was a cunning trap put into the road to lure unwary travelers to their doom. Just as that had happened, a coach arrived with a strange coachman who brought you up to the castle through a town that had obviously been depopulated. While there, you discovered that Duke Morai was living there and had apparently been planning to go on vacation. This was all revealed to be a bit of a smokescreen. A group of bandits had rolled into the area, discovered the castle to be relatively unguarded, and taken over, deciding to loot the entire place, literally trying to take the very casements, if it was worth money. The party had split up a little bit at that point, some of you revealing the ploy and discovering a series of grisly murders from the actual things that live in the castle, while one of you snuck off on his own and proceeded to make his way toward the basement where he discovered the source of several of the mysterious killings. For the rest of you, you had scared off the bandits without violence and without any reward.
Oh, yeah. No.
You
God
need
damn it.
reward.
No.
Oh,
No.
damn it.
Only to discover that
That's a reward.
there were things lurking in the castle, that they were possibly going to come alive over the next two nights and hunt you down, and that the so-called Duke Morai was Moroi, that's how you say it, was not inclined to leave, and instead planned to stay out the 2 nights as he was convinced that he was the lord of the castle. It also revealed himself to be a vampire to all of you.
Yeah, fake vampire. More
Or
like Duke
real.
Moron, am I right?
I will separate you two.
It's impossible.
Thanks,
We're connected
Mom.
at the hip.
Yeah.
We sewed ourselves together
Yeah.
through some sort of eldritch abomination.
Oh, I used thread.
I'm only about hip height. I can come
That's
between
the
you.
perfect place for you to strike. All right.
So, we begin.
The candy out of the way.
On the 2nd floor, in
Wow.
a great hall,
Wow.
where Miguel Tullio Bellini and Duke Moroi are staying. There's been a peal of thunder outside, and the rain has started to come back after having only just eased off. A clock in the back of this rich, red room strikes the hour, 12 chimes, bouncing and reverberating through the hall. Miguel.
It's midnight.
Yes, indeed. He says, gesturing to a grandfather clock up at the top of the stairwell. It's beautiful in a hideous, ornate way.
So what are you going to do now that all your hired muscle is gone?
What do you mean?
All the...
They are traitors, as I told you last time, and they will be cursed for it.
Okay.
So what is this curse?
I told you last time as well. The man had been scratched.
No, but like, what is the curse? Like, he's been scratched, yes. Is the scratch the curse?
The monster inside him will come to life and feed on his compatriots.
So he's a vampire.
No.
Or a werewolf?
No.
Or like some sort of weird ghoul?
Precisely.
Okay.
Some sort of weird ghoul.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly.
It is why I had them lock up my servant in that tower, so that he would not prey upon them, as they did my bidding. Will you now help me move?
No.
No. We're here to stay these next 2 nights,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna get you out of here.
Excellent, on my vacation.
No, not a vacation. We're gonna relocate you to a new, maybe hospice or care center.
This sounds like a vacation.
Sure. Then that's what it is. Then that's what it is.
That is
Yeah.
excellent. I'm glad you've decided to stay the 2 nights.
Yes.
Those who leave my castle before I have
Are cursed.
precisely.
Yeah.
Mr. Duke, man, you said you locked up another servant in a tower?
The one that was the ghoul kind of thing.
Yes, my old retainer.
Is he still in that tower?
I should hope so, or else he will be skulking in the darkness, looking for someone to feast upon. They prefer their corpses wet and bloated with age and water.
Do you mean alive?
Bellini, thoughts?
Are we in that great hall where we first met him?
Yes.
Can I do a perception check and see if I can see any like mechanisms or wires or anything that may have like made him?
By all means.
This is not my character sheet. That's Badger. That is 25.
If you recall, when the servant, who had been revealed to be Remy, walked over to the Count after his flight and awkward sit down in the chair, he had done something with the back of the chair. And there you find 2 thin wire tethers leading to a track carefully concealed by carpeting and drapery. It looks like 2 people could hide up top there, relatively disguised from anyone not looking for them, and using winches and their own bodily strength, lift the Duke, sailing him in one direction and then back towards the chair.
I am not gonna ruin this magic for those 2. Gotta keep this one to myself.
Here's the thing. I have a real hard time believing that they would just entertain this man by making him the Duke.
So, you what?
The bandits.
Yeah, the bandits.
When they're like, yeah, he's the Duke. He thinks he's the Duke. You put him in the castle. It's funny. I have a real hard time believing that.
It's also kind of weird that we got loaded up in a carriage and brought here if their plan was to
Leave.
Yeah,
leave.
but he did that.
Now, might
Are
I
you
point
pointing at
out?
the Duke?
Yeah.
I did what?
Might I point out that we're doing exactly that?
What?
We're entertaining his
She has a
his
great
fantasy.
point. She has a great point.
So why is that so hard to believe if we're doing the exact same thing?
Because they were using him as like a front if anyone came to be like, this is my castle.
To debunk it right now. I'm not.
Well, he's
entertaining
obviously
him.
not a vampire.
Checks out.
Actually, the man's, as you grab the man's face, he jerks back and you leave smears showing normal skin underneath.
No! No! Oh, this fucking asshole.
He startles back. You cannot touch me. It sends me into a frenzy. I will be back in 1 moment. And he goes to leave the room.
Bellini, follow him.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Miguel, that was technically... I'm going to give that 2 actions for the long conversation that happened. Tulio, what are your 2 actions?
Alright, Miguel.
There is white grease paint on your hands. There
It's
is
his
white-
nice black cloak! You fuck! You fuck!
I'm sorry.
There is now an indeterminate gray smear on your shoulder.
Oh, Miguel.
It's gonna help you blend in the jagged rocks.
In the jagged darkness, I'm gonna be like, bleh, and then bleh.
I've had enough with the blurs.
So we have things upstairs, and there's things they locked in the well,
Yeah.
right? And all right,
And an entire section of castle that has not been explored.
yes. Should we maybe try exploring ourselves, get our like figure out where we are, what this place is? Maybe know there's other places for us to hide, stay the night, so to speak.
Hide from what?
The things in the well and the guy upstairs. You're telling me you don't think there's some stretch of logic that could maybe entertain the idea that these things will get out and attempt to kill us?
I mean, there was that room full of corpses.
Exactly. And last I checked, we don't like getting decapitated.
I'm this close to liking it.
To getting decapitated?
Yeah. This Duke.
It had to suffer.
For the Duke. Do you have a second action or just talking?
I think I'm just going to look at the map.
Of course. Believe me,
Yeah.
you chose to pursue the Duke Moroi.
Yeah. I'll just.
He goes running down the stairs and out into the outer ward, heading for the bridge across to the other. The bridge across to the other tower. Make a perception check reflexively.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this new die. That's a 16.
You can hear the sounds of him crying, actually, as he runs, trying to cover his face. He seems incredibly distraught that that someone has touched him. And I mean, he's doing a full panic fleeing. Like, limbs are everywhere, one covering his face with his
With
Cape.
his cloak.
yeah, so he can't really see where he's going.
He's all upset and just gonna run into a wall.
He seems to have the layout a little bit better than that, but you could easily see him tripping on a cobble or something.
Oh, poor guy. It's okay. We still think you're beautiful.
I don't.
That's all I got.
What's your second action?
I
We just.
did a perception check
could've
earlier.
been
You're not
cooks.
counting that one?
Nope, that was reflexive. Just
Sure.
what you see as you step out the door.
Sure.
Should we start by just coming
I'll walk back
this way?
to Miguel and Tulio and
They're huddling.
giggling sort of to myself and go and peer into what they're looking at.
What they're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm constantly
spell
concerned about
ditch?
these two.
So you abandon the Duke?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
look like a word to me. The word ditch doesn't look like a word to you?
Not in that font.
It's because the I and the T are very close together.
Yeah, doesn't.
They're arguing about the spelling of the word ditch on a small map that they've managed to procure from one of the side cabinets.
I'm gonna scratch the top of Mushroom's head.
I'm gonna just relay to her.
Mushroom is awake and shaking slightly with fear.
Fuck! What did you guys do to my badger?
We were looking at this map the
Map,
whole
yeah.
time. We're thinking of crossing the bridge and coming out over here and exploring this area. Because there's a bunch of yellow stickers in the way, and I don't know how to get rid of them, but I think going there might help.
It's sound
Why
logic.
did this happen then?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
What,
wasn't
the
even
scared
paying
badger?
The
Probably
stickers
'cause he
crawl across the page with an unearthly magic. The pictures on them look like they were drawn by a child.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Yeah?
Yeah?
Sure.
Can you talk to Badger and ask why he's so scared, maybe?
I can comfort him. I don't speak badger.
How do you...
He's an animal.
does he know gutter speak?
No. He's a badger.
What language do badgers speak?
Badger.
If I have tongues, could I speak to it?
You could attempt to, yes.
I'm not gonna waste a third level spell on that.
I would not recommend.
Can I make him speak unintelligently?
No, it's okay. We'll just...
Yes, please cast another spell to waste a higher level spell.
Well,
There is a hot
The thing we were
Breath.
waiting for.
on the back of your neck, and fingers gliding along your rib cage before something slips past you as you look down at the corpse. which has been carved out so perfectly, as if someone were looking to just fit the top of a woman into it.
Can you imagine if Mike just got fucking killed here?
The woman on the chair, who has just finished dressing herself, giggles. And another voice breaks into a soft, throaty laugh somewhere behind you, near the door.
This is hot and heavy.
Near the door.
Says the man
The
who
door
said
you
RPG
just
sex.
broke open.
So with my dark vision, I can see the figures moving around.
You cannot see the figure directly behind you because you don't have eyes in the back of your head.
That's fair.
But you're pretty sure you can see. You're pretty sure you can see something moving just beyond the edges of your dark vision, where the giggling is coming from, and you can see the woman on her.
Yeah, once she moves out of that 5-foot square, it's done. By the way, like it only affects that much.
She seems hilariously
Yeah,
amused by
that's
it.
fair.
She's actually chasing the lights gently with her long, perfectly manicured and painted nails, picking at them as if they were fireflies.
So the room's bigger than 120 feet. Like it's deep.
This is a large this is a large area. It seems that it stretches all the way across, narrowing at one point and then going all the way through. This is a reservoir, the sort of castle might have if it expected to be besieged, and was incredibly wealthy.
Spooky.
Spooky, indeed.
In case you had forgotten, it's also piled high with heaps of what look like treasure.
It down there?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
The floor is coated with fine tapestries being used as carpets heaped on other carpets,
Where there's treasures, there's dragons.
wealth, riches, couches, what looks like a part of a bed that's been broken.
People humping on it.
I'll do sleight of hand to conceal my weapon, which I can do even if observed.
Ah, then please do. I need a set of dice to borrow.
I got lots for you.
30 for sleight of hand to conceal my weapon.
And what kind of weapon is it?
It is a rapier.
Papier?
Yeah.
Papier maché.
Is that a full set? What are you missing?
A D6.
D6. It's right here.
The lady on the couch continues to laugh and steps out of the 5-foot square now, moving towards you, her dress neither catching on any of the treasures she steps over, nor appearing to sway with any sort of
She's not
natural
walking.
movement.
Yeah, she's
No.
not walking.
The other two voices stop laughing the moment you put away your rapier.
I will diplomacy and just ask if they want to talk.
By all means, please go ahead.
6.
You have a dice tray in front of you.
I know. I probably would have been better if I rolled it in the dice tray.
What do you say to them? Down here alone in the dark.
Down here alone in the darkness. I offer them. I say I offer them freedom. I know I've already opened the door, but
Let me hold it open.
let
for
me
you.
hold it open for you. Essentially, like yeah.
So kind, says the woman, gliding over to you, smiling as if you are the most charming man that you personally have ever had any experience with. And why not? Looking at her face, you could believe that. Our savior come down here into the dark to find us. She continues to glide closer.
Fucked.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Okay. Back up to Miguel.
that drow go?
Man, I don't know. I didn't see him leave.
You were concerned about me being evil. And you're worried about the drow?
How are you evil?
She's a halfling, is what you think.
I don't think
under
I
that
am,
statement.
but you're the one who said it.
What, that you were evil?
Yes.
I didn't say you were evil.
I heard you.
You're making things up like a typical halfling.
I'm gonna kick him in the shin.
You are kicked in the shin. Are you actually going to roll an attack roll for that?
No. It's a gentle.
It's a playful kick.
It was a racist comment, but you know. Let it slide. Too early to be continually doing damage to our party.
Well, we have two options here. Like, we can literally go, three options. We can go explore the castle, we can go see what's in the well, or we can go see what's in the tower.
I think we should check out the castle first. We should figure out what else is in here, what we could use to help defend ourselves, yada yada yada. Explore, explore, explore.
Defend against
Typical
what?
explore. So, sorry, Eric, we're in the Great Hall here.
Yep.
And this is not a passageway? That's nothing?
That's probably a wall.
That's probably a wall.
Yeah, so what we do is we go down to here,
Okay.
and we cross this bridge.
Oh.
The same bridge that the Duke ran across.
Oh, okay. Well, he went that way, so we can see if we can find him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why don't we all walk there together?
Let's do that. We're gonna go here.
All right. You guys walk down through the outer ward. The storm is whipping itself into a frenzy up above you. Clouds rolling on clouds. There's something ominous about this storm. A presence, a pressure that hangs in the air around you, mocking you and spiting your attempts. Even as you cross the bridge, the wind begins to pick up, pulling at your capes, pulling you towards the yawning chasm that leads to the inlet, and the rain begins to fall, hard and fast,
Careful.
enough to start reducing visibility, even for those of you with dark vision.
Don't fall.
Oh, wow.
I can fly.
This gate hangs open. Two red oak doors, both of them with strange knockers, no handles that can be seen, but quite an intricate locking mechanism that has been smashed apart. One of the doors obviously cast off into the inlet below you.
Let's go on in.
He was real upset you touched his face.
No, I feel like that was smashed by the robbers, but I like the narrative that he was upset.
I'm not gonna assume anything other than he was real upset.
Like, yes.
Ooh, keep inner ward.
Keep it where?
Fucking, I hear
That's
these
the reason
bad
we leave
jokes
you
in
in
my
the
head
corner
all
all
the
the
time.
The walls here are older, more pitted by time and age. These are not proper stone walls, but woad, painted over stone. Combinations of hay and white paint that give this place a sort of a eerie color in the light. White with red tiled roofs. You can see depressions in the wall, places
feel-
where people have gouged things out of them. Down the way is
Oh, well.
a well. The lid of the well is a massive slab of stone, obviously borrowed from one of the crumbling stairwells nearby it, that has been just pushed on top.
Well. What do we have here?
No. No.
That one took you a second.
It was more disdain than it was.
That was a good one, though. That's probably the best one I've had all
Nar.
night.
What's your CMD?
20.
That's a question you never like to hear. What's your grapple check?
What is your max health?
Suddenly from behind you, you feel the upper half of a woman press herself against you. You can feel her through the armor on your back, and she begins moving
is
you
man
forward,
proposal.
holding onto you with both of her hands clutching at your shoulders. Although she stays out of your vision.
You
the
like
woman-
boobs, put your hand up.
What's up?
The woman gesturing towards you then takes your hand gently
I will.
And,
I'll give my hand.
starts to, perfect. She smiles at that, and the woman behind you laughs softly again. The one in the distance has retreated as you go in, and she says, well, for such a champion, surely we must offer some sort of reward. Come, sit in our couches. Let us feed you. Let us wine and dine you. Let us thank you
Scared.
properly and show you the hospitality of our castle.
Our drow's gonna get eaten by witches.
I am 100% thinking that he's gonna eat some witches.
Like, sexually?
Yeah. Very
God
sexually.
damn it.
They're gonna wine him and then dine him. I've played that game.
Do you resist?
With
No.
Eric?
You're brought over to a to that rich red couch, sat down on it. It's damp. It's not quite as nice now that you're close to it. There's a smell of rot and age, and something moves under one of the cushions
Can
and scurries out the side.
I make a perception? It's probably magical, but can I make a perception to see if any of this treasure is actually immaculate, or is it all sort of in ruins? And I'm just 17.
Your attempt to perceive around the room does not go unnoticed, and the woman steps before you to distract you, smiling, but not before you catch a glimpse. These are piles of treasure, yes, but it looks like the people who brought them in remain here as well. Old, distorted corpses, broken, covered in the wealth that they brought down into this reservoir.
Fan Justin's throwing stuff around.
Just throwing a tantrum.
Am I sitting on the couch now? Yes.
Yes.
Then I'm guessing she's still grappling me, or
Oh
she's
no,
just standing behind me.
the woman who is holding you from behind has now let you go as you've sat down on the couch.
I will attempt to ask the corpses around here and with the treasure. Did they bring it for you guys?
It's an old tradition among these people that when someone grows too old and feeble, they take their wealth and they take their last remaining breaths and plunge themselves into the old well. When we were trapped down here by the bandits who have been trying to rob us of our holdings, we discovered these bodies the same as you. Happily, there was a couch and some fresh food. Shall I fetch you some? Grapes, perhaps? Or wine?
I'm okay.
She nods to this, but begins to just float backwards, still heading towards what looks like a table. There's a straight-up table back here that's
Straight
now
up
on the
table.
edge of your vision. There is plates and things heaped on them.
I ask her.
Looks like a
oh,
table. Must be a table.
Must be a table. Did they live up in the castle, or did they always live down here?
The woman behind you leans over the couch to smile at you. Whereas the woman before you had raven black hair and her entire features painted up to accentuate this color, this woman is red. Red in her hair, red in her eyebrows, red in the color of her lips. And she smiles down at you. No, no one lives down here in the reservoir. Only the dead. A plate is gathered up and brought towards you. Back to our intrepid adventurers.
Do you mind if I step on your turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to proceed to try to find any other doorways or stuff that I could take out with a natural 20 eyes of an eagle.
There's a door here,
Yep.
a door here, a door here, a door here, a door here, and what looks like a small window there.
Do any of them look damaged or anything? As if someone...
All of these have been smashed open.
Okay, cool.
And by inexpert tools.
Cool.
People have just broken off hinges or kicked in
So I could
doors.
wager that probably these are the bandits that came to ransack this area.
Likely.
Sick. Alright, well, we should stay together, I think. Are we in agreement of that? How's the badger doing this?
Mushroom. His name's Mushroom.
How's Mushroom doing?
Mushroom is snarling in the direction of the well.
He doesn't like whatever that is.
Yeah,
That's a wow.
that's where the things are. Remember?
Yeah.
So that's probably what he's growling at.
Probably.
Things I just.
Then you can go in the well, Miguel.
The stone is heavy. It would require several people and perhaps a winch to lift it off.
Walk-in winch right here.
Yeah, man. I'll
So why don't we just ignore the
open
well?
it. I'll just use open on it.
Don't you ever open that well.
Do it. Do it.
Do you choose to cast open on the well?
Open it and climb
I
in.
do believe at the cantrip level, it's like small objects that it opens. I don't think a giant stone slab. Yeah. Open, 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 open. No.
Open it and climb in. What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? Your badger's snarling at it. And you're like,
You know, maybe he's a little crazy. You don't know.
Lightning flashes while you argue.
Looks like a break for you two. On the lightning.